Make it there. Hey, are you there, buddy? 10-4. Hey, real quick, 'cause I know they're going to get something going on here real quick. Just between you and I, you're in Southeast Georgia. I'm over here Valdosta and all of this. But, Palmer's such a good kid. I'm wondering if maybe some of us could maybe get together and do a little something for him. Okay, guys, it's the top of the hour. This is Red Bear. We're going to be taking the channel over for the net now. If you would like to go ahead and register one at a time, please speak your name clearly. Let us know what state you're in. Please let me finish and double check with the person before you before keying up and trying to register. If you would like to monitor while you're registering, please let us know that you would like to monitor only. At this time, registration is open for the PrepNet. Please go ahead.
Big Daddy Dave, Southwest Missouri.
Big Daddy Dave, welcome, buddy. We got you down in Southwest Missouri. Next caller, please go ahead.
Red Bear is Keith in Louisiana, and I will just be monitoring tonight.
Copy that, Keith. Glad you're here, brother, and I'm sorry I've been missing your nets with the new work schedule. It's been a little late for me, but I'll try to get to this week's. We got you down, though, South Louisiana, Keith. Thank you very much for being here. We got you down monitoring only. Next caller, go ahead, please.
CC, South Louisiana.
Copy that, TC. Glad you're here, brother. We got you down. Next caller, go ahead, please. Next caller that would like to register for the net, please go ahead. All right, we'll be checking periodically through the net. Real quick, though, if you have any questions or comments about tonight's net, we do have an email address that is prepnetch14@gmail.com. Again, that is prepnetch14@gmail.com. If you have any questions on the subject line, please put question. If you have any comments in the subject line, please put comment. Thank you very much for that. I'm going to take a quick break here. We also have a YouTube channel where all the nets are put so that you can go through and review the nets and take notes at your leisure. And on there as well, Jim does post expanded presentations. It's kind of hard to get everything in just an hour as well as over the radio when it comes to prepping. So that's why Jim does the expanded presentations. I strongly encourage everybody to go ahead and check that out. We'll do one last quick call before we hand it over to Jim. Do we have anybody else who would like to register for the net? Please go ahead.
Hey, this is Donna in Montana, checking in.
Good evening, Donna, dear. Glad you're here. I had no doubt you weren't going to leave us hanging there. We got you down. Do we have anybody else who would like to register? Please go ahead. Well, I guess, Jim, if you're ready, I'll go ahead and pass the mic over to you for tonight's presentation.
Okay, thank you, Red Bear, and everybody that's out there. Okay, we'll get this ball rolling here, where this is all about electricity, part 21, powering my DC stuff. And by the way, we are at the end. Last week, we covered how to use stored power from your battery bank to power your AC equipment. This week, let's talk about powering 12 and 24-volt things directly from your battery bank. And why would you want to do this? The main reason is that running 12 and 24-volt items directly has no overhead. so you're not wasting any stored power from your battery bank. As you know, many of the rechargeable flashlights, portable power banks, and radios are charged by USB. Most, if not all, will come with a wall wart. You plug into a 120-volt AC outlet to provide the 5-volt USB power, right? Now, if you plug that wall wart into your AC inverter, it will take more power from your battery bank to charge that item than it would if you could connect it directly to the batteries. This is how I implemented my system, which I believe greatly enhanced it. Out of my battery protector, I run 24-volt DC power to a 30-amp DC breaker and then to a blade fuse block. Each of the 3 central locations we talked about last week in my house uses one of the fuse positions and has an 8-gauge wire providing 24 volts to a project box at those locations. Since my longest run is 66 feet, an 8-gauge wire can easily handle my max of 30 amps at 24 volts to another fuse block on the project box, right? That 24 volts runs many 24-volt USB power ports, so I can charge my phones, portable batteries, and radios without using my AC inverter. Another use for that 24 volts is that I run 24-volt RV-styled LED lights in the 3 locations of the house. I have 1,000 and 1,500 lumen RV-style LED lights in each location. As an example, my living room and dining room has 3 1,500 lumen RV-style LED lights. Each of those LED lights is equal to the light of a 100-watt incandescent bulb. However, an AC-style LED light only uses between 14 and 17 watts each. Break. Now, if I ran 3 100-watt incandescent bulbs, I would be using 300 watts of AC power, inverter power, plus the overhead of the inverter. We talked about that. But the 3 AC-style LED lights would use an average of 50 watts, plus the overhead of the inverter. That's an 85% power savings. For every 1 hour of running 3 100-watt incandescent bulbs, I can run 3 AC-style LED lights for 6 hours. But wait, there's more, right? The 3 RV-style 24-volt LED lights I have only averages 25 watts of draw without any AC inverter overhead, which means I can run them for 12 hours instead of the 6 hours for the AC-styled lights. And that's a 92% power savings over the 3 100-watt incandescent lights. That alone sounds like a good reason to run 24-volt lines inside your house. Now to the 12-volt side. First, let's go back to the battery bank, right? I also have 12 volts available from my 24-volt system using a 24-volt to 12-volt 30-amp converter. The converter will step down the 24-volt battery bank voltage to 12 volts, and its overhead only consumes 25 milliamps or 0.7 watts. Not a big deal. In the basement, I have 12-volt power sockets, which are very close to the battery, so voltage loss is not a problem. I'm also providing some 12-volt LED lights that are no farther away than 10 feet. So again, voltage losses are not a problem. Now back to the 3 locations in the house. Great. If I ran 12 volts from the basement to these locations, the voltage loss would be too much. But I use the 24 volts to each location to power 24 volt to 12 volt 30 amp converters. In the living room, the 12 volts powers many 12 volt power sockets. These are used to power battery chargers that can charge many batteries at a time. Now, make sure when you buy your AA, AAA, 18650, or any other chargers that they can be powered from a 12-volt cigarette lighter socket to use this feature. Great. Now, in my ham shack, the 12 volts from the converter will also power my 100-watt ham HF radio, which draws a maximum of 20 amps at 12 volts. This will only draw 10 amps through the 24-volt line, so well under the maximum of the 8-gauge wire that it can handle. There are many things you can power with 12 or 24-volt power that will increase the runtime of your battery bank, which is something you want in emergency. Now, here's a quick and dirty example of the project box that is in each of those central locations. Right. The 24 volts comes into the box via bullet connector. Do not hardwire these connections. You want to be able to easily disconnect it. The 24 volts goes into a blade fuse block. All items must be powered through this block. One of the fuse positions goes to a 30 amp circuit breaker, which turns on 24 volt to 12 volt converter, as you don't need to run the converter unless it's needed. The output of the DC to DC converter goes to another fuse block, which will power all 12 volt loads. Great. I also installed a meter so I could monitor my battery bank voltage and what was being taken out of the batteries from the upstairs location. I put a switch on this, as with the meter was not needed most of the time and therefore eliminated the meter's minimal overhead. Properly fuse your loads on the fuse block. Also, some equipment may have its own fuses, such as my ham HF radio does. This is fine and gives you extra protection. Be sure the length of your wire from the 12-volt fuse block is less than 10 feet so you don't get unacceptable voltage losses. Great. As was for last week's topic, I highly recommend that you watch the expanded presentation on our YouTube channel. Search for @PrepNet-Talk2Me for better understanding and additional information on this topic. Next week, we will have a review of All About Electricity series so you can see if you missed any of the topics. This series has been long, and you might have forgotten what we did cover. I think we'll start a new topic on All About Communications after that. If you have any questions about what we have discussed here tonight or anything about prepping, please ask during the roundtable or send your question to prepnetch14@gmail.com and enter question in the subject line. And break forward announcement. As we announced last week, we will have a guest speaker presenting a topic of interest to our prepping community. Our first guest speaker will be TC from Louisiana explaining how to make tallow soap. That will be on our regularly scheduled net on March 15th at our regular time. I, for one, am looking forward to this as I have not made tallow soap, but I do make my own laundry liquid. Please be there on March 15th to support TC. With that, back to Net Control.
Copy that. Thanks a lot, Jim. And I'm very excited to have TC as a guest presenter during the net there. So we'll definitely be here March 15th, and we'll be here supporting TC, and we'll be net control for that as well. So congratulations, TC. This is a really big step for you, brother. Really excited about this. Let me give a short break here. Also, guys, if you're interested in participating in these nets as a net host like Jim does, all you have to do is send an email in and express your interest in the topic you would like to bring. The only thing we ask is that you keep it prepping gender, I guess I'll say. I apologize for the wording there. This is a prepping channel, and it is a prepping net. Thus, for any topic you want to bring, please make sure it's in the prepping field. Thank you very much. I'm going to give a quick break. Want to do one more fast check here. Do we have anybody else who would like to register for the net? Go ahead and register with us. Give us your name and the state you're in. If you would like to monitor, just let us know that you would like to monitor. If you'd like to register for the net, please go ahead. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and ask the first question of you here, Jim. Your ham shack, will your setup be in the expanded presentation, sir? I'm kind of curious about that one.
Negative. It's a mess. So no, it won't be.
Copy that, and I'll be going back through the video definitely to kind of get some more notes on that. So I'm glad you threw that in here. So thank you very much. We're going to move on to Big Daddy Dave. Big Daddy Dave, any questions, comments tonight? One more try for Big Daddy Dave. Dave, are you still with us?
Yes, I think you cut out on me. I think it was on my side. Go ahead and repeat, please.
We're starting up the round table here, so I'm just checking with you. You were first on the list, so do you have any questions or comments on what Jim had to present tonight?
I did not. I was just kind of listening. So it was a good one for sure. But yeah, I don't have anything at this time.
Copy that. We'll move on down to TC. TC, you got any quick questions or comments for Jim tonight?
No, I don't have too much to say tonight. It was a good topic. It was a good journey through the all about electricity. Probably a good thing that it's over now. And I'll be excited for March 15th.
Copy that, TC. Yeah, the All About Electricity series just kind of ran away from Jim and trying to help us out understand, how serious all this is and how dangerous all this is, as well as getting us the best information he could possibly provide us. The All About Electricity series is definitely a very good topic, even though it was long. So I've learned quite a bit, though, so I've really enjoyed it, TC, and I'm definitely excited about the 15th. We can't wait about that one, brother. I'm going to give a short break here.
Yeah, sorry I'm late. Blind dog, I made it.
Copy that, Blind Dog. We got you down, boss. We're glad you're here. Glad you're here, man. Do we have anybody else that would like to register for the net tonight? Please go ahead. All right, then we're going to move on down to Donna in Montana. Donna, do you have any questions or comments for Jim tonight?
The only comment I have is that I have learned a lot, and it's been a very interesting topic, but for me, I still think that it would be something I would hire or get someone who knows what they're doing to do it if I had to put in a system in place for me. I don't feel confident enough.
And I'll say this, being able to admit that, I don't think there's anything wrong with it, and I'm pretty sure Jim would agree with me. At least you can admit that this is out of your league, but you're definitely educated enough to say, I will contact somebody for help. So asking for help in electricity and everything that's been presented on this topic, it is a lot. So definitely yes. But we also have all this now on YouTube as well to be able to take notations, and that way, even talking to somebody else to get help to set this up, we know a little bit about what we're talking about and what we're looking for. So that's very important as well, definitely. With that, I'm going to give a little break here. We'll do one last check real fast. Do we have anybody else who would like to register for the net tonight? Please go ahead. Okay, with that, Jim, we'll go ahead and pass it back to you for any last comments or questions for anybody that we have out here tonight.
Hey, I asked what the main topic was, discussion for tonight.
Blind Dog, I apologize, sir. Yes, definitely. This is part 21 of our All About Electricity series. This is going to be our final topic in All About Electricity. We're looking at how to power our DC stuff, and we were going through looking at 12 volts versus 24 volts, and the lighting we can use using both, as well as how to run the wiring properly to be able to do this. So, do you have any questions or comments on any of this, Blind Dog?
Well, in my household, I have a Generac propane generator that will run. The tank is full. I just filled the tank up, so it will run for probably a week, continuous, 24/7. After that, I have a Honda 1,000 watt generator, and I also have a Workhorse 2,000 watt generator. I try to keep at least in the wintertime 15 gallons of gas. If it's not used, I pour it in the wife's vehicle, the work vehicle. Our Jeep has a 100 watt solar panel on top of the roof, the hard top. Inside of the cab, I have a Dometic refrigerator and a Booz RV freezer. And other than that, can house full of food and 2 RVs sitting down in the yard. Both of them we can run. It's got propane. We can run that on heat and stuff. So I'm blessed, and I hope everybody else is secured as well.
Now, Blind Dog, with where you live in the country, being up in the mountains, do you guys experience a lot of power issues up there, like when the snowstorms come in?
Well, we used to, but the power company come through and they cut so much timber clearing the power lines. In fact, they cut one of my major trees. I wasn't going to allow them to do it, but I had a dead tree, a big dead pine tree down close to the road, and so we done a little bartering. I told them I'd let them have that tree if they would cut that big pine tree. It's about 70 foot tall, 70 or 80 foot tall. I'm legally blind now, so I can't do it. So they cut that tree for me.
Copy that. Yeah, yeah. At my mother's house, they came through a couple of years back. The power company did, and they were taking trees down. And they took a couple of pine trees down right in the front yard, and the old man wasn't too happy about that. But they logged it out, and I wound up hauling it away to my house. And yeah, had me some really good long hot fires with that wood. I did. So, but all right, Blind Dog, good to hear from you tonight. We're gonna check. Do we have anybody else that would like to register for the net really quick?
I apologize. My wife called me on the other radio, the private radio. But yeah, uh, we're kind of set here at the house. I hope everybody else is prepared. The main thing about prepping is, be prepared. Always make sure you have. People say 2 or 3 days of supplies. No. Make sure you got at least a couple weeks. I've got more than that. Of course, I do the, survival foods and stuff. So, I've got, if everything was shut down tonight, I'd be okay for several months between the can house and my MRI and MRAs and stuff. I'd be good. Everybody be prepared. My generators. People think that generators are so expensive right now. They're not. You can go to Harbor Freight and for around $300, you can buy a generator that will run a small heater and power your TV, power a lamp. It's not like it used to be. It used to be very expensive, but so really there's no excuse anymore, not for people not to have a backup. I mean,
Yeah, where did the channel go?
Copy that, Blind Dog. Thanks a lot, boss. But we're gonna have to move on. Jim, do you have any questions or comments tonight that you wanna discuss with everybody?
Oh yeah, I took some notes, and one thing I'll agree with you. What Donna said. She don't know what she don't know, and that's a big step. And as we've said through this, especially when we're talking about diffusing and some of the wiring is, if you're not comfortable with it, get professional help. So I do think that's a good idea. I did want to just tap on something that you had said about taking notes. I just wanted to remind everybody that if you go on the site and go to the expanded presentation and look inside the video description, there is a link there to a PDF hard copy of the whole presentation. So if you're like me, you can't take notes real good, or you're writing down and you're not hearing what the person's saying, while you're writing it down, you can do that. Let me go ahead and break here. And talking back there to Blind Dog, yeah, it's real good. You got the generators and all that other stuff, and that's really good. And you're probably ahead of a lot of people there, Blind Dog. What we tried to emphasize through all of our topics, but especially through the this all about electricity thing, is we tried to provide everybody with general information on all of the options, or as many as my brain could come up with. And then you have to look at your situation to determine, what's best for you. I have a pile of generators. I do not rely on them. I rely on solar, but that's me, and that's for my situation. So everybody's situation is better. So let me break one more time because I'm going to beat the dead horse. I would highly recommend, we've got 40 or so presentations on the YouTube site. I would highly recommend that you go to the YouTube site and start watching these from the beginning, because we started off, the very first one was, what's the first thing you do if you're going to start prepping? And we worked our way up. And we're probably not halfway through the topics that I thought we should cover. So to get to that, it's youtube.com/@prepnet-talk2me. And that's the @ sign. Or if you go to YouTube, up in the search box, you go ahead and put @prepnet-talk2me. And there will be 2 playlists. One is the expanded presentation, which is basically the presentation I gave, but in a audio and visual format. It usually will have additional information that is not provided here because just video or audio doesn't cut it. And I also record these sessions and put that up so you can hear the presentation and this roundtable just to get more information. So I would highly recommend that you go do that. And anyway, other than that, I think the poor horse is, there's not much left of him. Back to net control.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I have to. I tried to write that website down there. Go to it. Yep, you're right. But yeah, I like my my backup generators, and like I said, even the Jeep. If I had to bug out 100-watt solar panel and running on 3 solar batteries in the bed of the truck, Boo's RV freezer that's now running at about 8 below zero. Have a Dometic refrigerator. Anyway, yep. Pile everything in the back and take off. So in a bug out situation or a emergency situation, we got to be prepared. We really do.
Copy that, Blind Dog. Thanks a lot. When we run a net, though, boss, it's a little bit more structured form of communicating back and forth. So with that, we're going to have to move on a little bit so that we can get this wrapped up in an hour or less. We're going to open up for announcements. We're going to go ahead and come back over to Big Daddy Dave real quick so that he can go ahead and make a quick announcement. Big Daddy Dave, you want to let us know about the Talk2Me channel there?
Yeah, thank you, Red Bear. The Talk2Me page is the Ready Prepper. If you want to join, it also is a featured prep net. This net here, and Montana Jim on the always got kind of like an off topic, but it's another chat there that he posts a lot of stuff there for the net here, and but it's called the Ready Prepper. If you guys want to join, contribute to content, it's very welcome to do that. If you want to, go ahead and we'll get you added.
Copy that, Dave. Thanks a lot. Really appreciate that. Keith, I know you're only monitoring, sir, but if you want to discuss about your nets really quick, if you're able to, we'll go ahead and come to you real quick.
Yeah, Red Bear. I have an Echolink net on Thursday nights at 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern. It's on Echolink room W5BMC-Romeo, and the room number is 507010, and it's just a basic RAD2 net that we have every week, just kind of talking about our weeks and just anything we feel like chit chatting about. And we are there every Thursday. So if anybody interested, you have to be a ham, you have to be licensed. Other than that, you're all welcome to be there.
Thanks a lot, Keith. Really appreciate that. And again, I just want to say if you are a licensed ham operator, excuse me, you want to go check that out, I strongly recommend you check that out, guys. Keith has got a good group of guys over there, guaranteed every Thursday night. I've been over there myself. I had a really good time. So, again, go check him out over there on Echo Link. Thursday nights, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, every Thursday night. Thanks a lot, Keith. Do we have any more announcements at this time? If so, please go ahead. Well, all right then. Jim, I just want to come back to you real quick to see if you have anything else.
No, I don't have anything else. I think we covered everything, and appreciate everybody for listening in. And get the word out, get more people over here, so we can have some more fun. Anyway, that's about it. Back to net control.
Copy that. Thanks, Jim. Guys, I just want to thank everybody myself for coming in and checking this out and registering for the net. And for those of you that are sitting in the background that did not register tonight, that just came to monitor, maybe next Sunday will be your night to step up and register with us. And you can let us know that you want to monitor only. That's fine. So we'd appreciate to know that you're there, though. Also want to thank you, Jim, for all the hard work you do putting all this together. Also running the YouTube page there. So appreciate all the hard work you do getting this information out every which way you can for us, Jim. Thank you very much. I'm going to give a short break. All right. Real quick, I want to check. Do we have any other last thoughts, comments, or questions tonight? Please go ahead.
Big Daddy Dave here. My question, just to make sure, next week we're starting on the communication. Is that right? Back to you.
Okay, I know, Big Daddy Dave. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do since we had 21 nets on All About Electricity. That's a long doggone time. I'm gonna just briefly go over all of the nets for this. A little quickie of we covered this in this net, we covered that in that net. So people are listening. If they go, oh, I didn't know you covered that. You can go back and see what you missed. So we'll do that, and then the week after TC gives his tallow soap presentation, we'll start All About Communications.
Okay, I copy that. Back to net control.
Thank you very much, Dave. Thank you, Jim. Do we have any other last thoughts, comments, or questions? Please go ahead.
It's been a pleasure listening to all this commentary or on subject. You can learn a lot of things, and maybe you can teach a couple things and along the way. Pleasure to be a part of listening in to this group.
Thanks a lot, Blind Dog. We're here every Sunday night at 6 p.m. Eastern. You're welcome to come on back and be part of it if you'd like. So we're open to everybody here on Talk to Me for this net. So definitely glad you came in and joined us tonight. Do we have anybody else with any last thoughts, comments, questions? Please go ahead. All right. Once again, real quick, I just want to say thank you very much to everybody that registered for the net tonight. And want to say have a good last couple hours of your weekend here. And have a good start to your week. We'll talk to y'all next week, Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern. We'll be looking at the review of the last 21 nets on All About Electricity. Come on back, check that out. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a great evening. We'll talk to y'all later at this time. We're going to go ahead and turn the channel back over to regular operations.
Thank you, Red Bear. Good night.
It was a pleasure. I enjoyed it.
Thanks, Red Bear. Thanks, Montana Jim. I'll hope to see you guys on the net this Thursday, Keith's net. So talk to you guys later.
Yeah, y'all had a good net tonight. I enjoyed it. Very professional, fellas. Hope to see you guys Thursday. And Red Bear, if you can't make it, that's not a big deal, my brother. I understand. But anyway, with that being said, I'm out of here, fellas. Good night.
Copy that, Dave. Copy that, Keith. Thanks a lot, guys. Also, I'm going to be working on the sidelines here, getting around. I will be starting a net over on the Monkey Room repeater. I'm not sure what day of the week, but it'll be a little earlier in the evening so that it doesn't mess with my work schedule too much. So we'll be making announcements here about that also once I get that up and going and ready to go. So thanks a lot, guys. We really appreciate everybody. Definitely.
Thank you, Red Bear.
Copy that.